Mark, can we start with the inevitable questions about Scott Allan? Things have changed a bit since we last spoke to you. Obviously, we know Rangers put in 3 bids. Now it looks like he's going to Celtic. Is that disappointing for you?
No, in truth, I think our first press conference, we only want players here who want to be here and want to play for Rangers. So I wish any player well, but right now our only focus is on making sure we secure those players with that mindset who want to be here.
So is your thought now, well, that's that done, we move on to someone else?
Absolutely, yeah. With 2 new boys have come in, delighted to secure those. There'll be 1 more early next week, and then we're almost there.
Did you actually get to the point of speaking to Scott Allan?
No, he's not my player. He's not my player. As simple as that. It'd be disrespectful to say anything other than that. So he's not my player, and it's not for me to talk about him.
From the outside, some people might think that Celtic were just signing him to get one over on Rangers. Is that something you've considered?
I don't get involved in any of that politics. All I do is what's best for Rangers and what's best for the football club here. And that's my responsibility, and David Weir's, of course, is to make sure that our playing squad and our staff is as good as it can be and as well prepared as it can be for the next fixture, and that's all we're focusing on right now.
We've just spoken to Nathan. You brought in Nathan and Dominic. What do you think they're going to add? Nathan
has been with the first team throughout all pre-season, been heavily involved in their key fixtures as well. He's a talented young player, flexible, that can play anywhere across 7, 8, 10, 11. Delighted with that. He's a real athlete as well. And likewise Dom, I signed Dominic when he was a young boy at Watford, going into a comfortable international centre-half, initially for Northern Ireland, now for England, and huge potential, both players. So delighted and very thankful to Spurs that we're working with them. They've come to a magnificent academy down there, and delighted to have them on board. I'm sure they'll be very beneficial to us going forward. Yeah,
they're both loan signs. Do you sometimes feel when you sign a player on loan there's more hunger because they've got something to prove both to the club they've gone to and the club that's been loaned from?
Yeah, the loan market is of vital significance in my mind. It really is important that a lot of thought goes into each and every loan, because it has to work for all parties, simple as that. So do your homework. Is it the right character to bring in on and off the field? Does he have the quality you're looking for? Are we the right environment for his development to continue, etc.? So a lot of homework has gone into it. These conversations about these 2 players have gone on throughout the whole summer, and delighted it's come to this conclusion now. But right now they're good signings for us, and we now have to demonstrate that we know how to look after these young players.
Mark, is it true that you were looking potentially at a 3rd young Spurs player, Harry Winks?
There's a number of young players at Spurs. I mean, it is a magnificent academy. I'm a Spurs supporter, so I'm not trying to give away too much. I'm not saying that for that reason. I know John McDermott very well, and the job that John has done has been first class at Spurs. And you look back at the players they produced, and you look at the Chelseas and the Arsenals and all of these various clubs, but you look at Spurs and you say that the current crop, in terms of Harry Kane and Ryan Mason and Bentaleb, etc., and Alex Pritchard, but then you don't forget Huddleston and Livermore and these type of players they produced, Stephen Corker, who are established Premier League players. So the academy has been very productive, and it's good for us to get links to all such clubs. As I say, the Arsenals, Chelseas, Tottenhams, Liverpools, etc. It's really important for us to establish links and demonstrate how we can look after young players.
Is that then a market you would hope to maybe try and tap into again before the window shut and maybe get another?
I think it's important to use all the markets, all the pools available, and it's a big decision to take any young player, and we have to look at what we want, what we need, just to add a little bit of quality to the squad and a bit of variety to the squad. So maybe 1 more next week coming in. On loan, and then we're almost there, I think.
Would you be looking to bring in loan players if and when Rangers get into the top league?
I think absolutely. I think you have to use every available market to you, and the job of our academy, and Craig's doing a magnificent job here, is to say to our young players, you've got to be better than the potential loan players we can get access to. It's as simple as that. But moving up, when we get promotion, I think you have to look at making sure you can add quality to the squad as and when it's available, and if it's available, we have to move for it.
That's a challenge then, isn't it, to the youth players at Rangers at the moment?
Absolutely, and the same at our old place last year. We said to them, you have to be better than Chris Long, the boy came from Everton, or Alex Pritchard, or John Terrell from Arsenal. You have to be better than those boys. That's your challenge, and that's a challenge to the staff of the academy, to our recruitment network in terms of getting the best young talent. So if we get it right all the way to the football department, we'll be in good shape.
Until the point where you don't need to bring loan players in from any club, you've got enough coming through.
Absolutely,
here.
That's the ideal scenario. Absolutely.
Just linking that back to the Scott Allan thing for a moment, do you feel as though that you would have been more successful in your bid had you not been direct rivals with Hibs in the same league as them?
No, I don't. I think it doesn't matter who the player is. It's not about a particular player from a particular club. It's about us doing the best for Rangers. Our focus has got to be about Rangers. It's about us, and it's very respectfully, it's not about anyone else. So we will always move to get the best players, the best quality that's available, if it's right for us. and that's our job to do it. The moment we stop moving forward, we're in trouble. So we will always look to improve the quality, add value to the squad on and off the pitch and the staff, as I've always said, week in, week out. And we can't stop doing that. You look at the biggest clubs in Europe, they're always moving forward.
The fact that a player who's made it clear that he wanted to sign for Rangers though and looks as though he isn't now, does it an indication that Rangers aren't quite with Celtic yet?
Far from it. I'm not going to comment on other players, other paper players' mindsets. We only want players here who absolutely want to be here. Simple as that. And if a player doesn't want to be here, no problem. We move on, and we have moved on very quickly, as you've seen in terms of what we're doing right now and what we're doing next week. And we're in good shape.
Any update on John Eustace?
Yeah, John's training. We had a small setback last week just because we simply worked him so hard. He worked at the same intensity as the first team in a level 5 session, which is the highest we do. And John came through that really well. Had a small reaction, put him back 4 or 5 days, but John will be with us soon, and he's already having a massive impact in the changing room, match day, etc. So delighted with John's contribution, even more so when he starts playing for us.
To Alloa at the weekend, is last season's record against the team, does it bear on your shoulders in any way?
Not at all, far from it. Our job is to prepare well. It's another game. It's one at a time for us. We're not looking at the following game or the following week. It's only about Alloa and preparing well, having the right mindset, going into a game as we always will do, with a very positive outlook and looking to win the game. That's what we have to do.
You went to train on their pitch during the week. How beneficial was that, do you think?
Always good, I think, to get a view of the surround, not just the pitch, the change rooms and the stadium, etc., and just get used to it. That's all we did, and that's our job, to prepare well. So the players have trained very well. We're in good shape. We've had a strong start to the season, touch wood, and we're looking to continue that on Sunday.
Are you a fan of artificial pitches in league matches?
Am I? Honestly, no. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a fan of it. I think I like consistency of product. I think that's important. But that's a far bigger conversation, I'm sure. But I just think it is what it is. It's not an issue. It's not negative from our point of view. We're looking forward to the game, looking forward to the challenge, looking forward to playing in front of the supporters again. Our supporters going there and hopefully, being a big part of the crowd. And we have to go and do a job.
Alloa was one of the first pitches to be used in the league in Scotland. Obviously, there's now Premiership clubs like Kilmarnock and Hamilton have got them. Do you think that clubs in England are missing a trick by not having them, and the English Football League is missing a trick maybe by not having them?
I understand you can look at it from a financial perspective. I understand that, where you train every day and hiring out the pitch. I fully appreciate that, and I fully appreciate the financial situation some clubs might find themselves in down south, if you're referring to down south. But for me, I think the consistency of product, especially the higher up the leagues you go, I think is really important. That's my honest feeling.
There were quite a few complaints from the Rangers players last season after playing on the Alloa pitch.
There'll be no complaints. There'll be absolutely no complaints from us whatsoever, before, during, or after the game. We're looking forward to it. It's a challenge. It's part of the league. It's what we have to do, and we really relish in Sunday's game. And there'll be no negativity from us any quarter.
When do you expect the new two signings to be fit and ready for the first
They're fit and ready to train today. They're fit and ready. They're in good shape. As I say, they've been fully involved with the first team training programme at Spurs, so they're in very good shape. They're two good athletes.
So they go into tomorrow's squad?
They're available for selection.
Just a final one in Scott Allen, please, Mark. Is there a chance you could get him with the last gasp bid?
From my point of view, it's not about, as I say, he's another club's player. It's nothing to do with me in that respect. It's disrespectful. He's not my player. I'm not going to speak about him or any other club's players. So we move forward, and our only focus is preparing the team for the weekend.